I have two kids. Yeah, they were both born with special needs. They were born with audacity. I have two autistic children. They both are on the disrespect spectrum. Shit is crazy. Yes, my daughter also suffers from this disease I call cash apnea. My son always makes fun of me though. He says I try to dress too young for my age. He told me I dress like a YN. For white people, if you don't know what that means, that's a young ninja. That is a step below the N-word. Young ninja is the worst level of ninja you could actually be. Yeah, he told me I dress too young. I try to look too young. So I dress like a YN. He said I'm too old, black, and gray to dress like a YN. I was like, did you just call me an OBGYN? What that did, man. What's crazy is, my son is a totally different, guy from me. He's 22 years old. He's made me a grandfather. You can clap for that. That's cool, the grandfather part. I do think it's my fault because fathers, we need to teach our kids how to pull out. It's one thing I forgot. Didn't teach him how to pull out. Legit, when he was at the gas station, I should have made him stop at 19.99. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But now I have a grandchild. My son was way different from me because I was really quiet in class, real quiet in school. I didn't get into a whole lot of trouble. But my son was he's way different. He tried to holler at his teacher. I'm talking about legit trying to holler at his teacher. He sent her an email. It was like, you don't know who this is. But if you were not my teacher, you and me can do some things. Exactly. His mom was furious. I thought that shit was hilarious. And his mom had every right to be upset, right? Because, she's a teacher at the same school. True story. This is a true story. Yeah, so she's living. She's mad. So she corners him. She was like, why would you send her that? Look at this email. Look at it. Read it to me. Tell me what it says and tell me why it's wrong. And now he's all scared. You don't know who this is. But if you were not my teacher, you and me could do some things. And she was like, it's not you and me, it's you and I. And she's an English teacher. So now he's like failing the class, right? Because his teacher's a snitch. Can't do work in the class if the teacher's a snitch. So now I got to drive all the way back to Charleston, to fuss with him about, his grades, and now we got to have a parent-teacher conference. So, before the meeting even started, I looked at my son and I said, hey, listen, bro, I get it. She looks good or whatever. I don't care how good she looks. You got to get your damn work. It's non-negotiable. Get your work. And then we had the conference, and the teacher walks in the room, and I was like, God damn. Oh my God. Oh, she was fine. I looked at my son, I was like, son, I understand. I completely understand. I had to gather myself, get it together. So after the meeting was over, I emailed her. You don't know who this is. You weren't my son's teacher. You and me could do some things.